Hi, my name's Nathan. Northwest Church is my home and I'm a volunteer here. I'm a painter and decorator by trade and this is my story. So life before I was a Christian and had a relationship with God was completely opposite. I was brought up extremely religious, but I had a loving family who nurtured me and looked after me until I was a teenager, and then I started making my own decisions. So one day I did something that the religion didn't agree on, and as a result of that I got judged and I got kicked out of my religion, I got kicked out of my family, and life spiraled downhill from there. I was 19 years old and the first thing I did was turn to alcohol. I became addicted to drinking, gambling, partying every weekend, and after a couple of years, alcohol wasn't enough. So I turned to drugs. My life was so heavily impacted with drugs that just to start a shift, I would have to take a line of speed every day just to stay awake. I was so hurt and confused from my past that I didn't know where to turn. I spent my money on cars, motorbikes, boats, but nothing gave me joy or true happiness. I thought maybe if I got involved with women and had different relationships. But I was a liar and a cheater, and I hurt every single person around me. At the age of 27, I had a son and I got married, and I thought life was pretty good. But I still was so hurt and scarred from my past, and I couldn't stand God. The thought of God hurt me so deep, it cut me so deep, and I didn't want anything to do with God. And I knew that one day I would lay on my deathbed, go and sucked in God, I'd never turn to you. Life continued to get worse. I lost a little baby. I became extremely suicidal. I don't know how many times I drove cars over 200 kilometres, but always pulled out from hitting that tree. I lost my licence because of reckless driving. I lost money, I lost friends, and I had nowhere to turn. One day, a guy invited me to Northwest Church. So I went. I was scared, I was nervous, but I was most afraid that I would be hurt again. I couldn't put my trust in God, but I came anyway. It was the best decision of my life. It took me a couple of years to understand that God loves me for who I am. I realised that I don't need to make myself look good. I don't need to do things to make people like me, that I am loved for who I am, that I have a purpose on this earth, and God has created me for a reason. And I surrendered to Christ for the first time. I gave Christ my life and said that, Jesus, I need you in my life every single day. I'm willing to be obedient as long as you're in control, because everything I've tried has never worked out. God's peace and love come into me like I've never experienced before. This year marks 20 years that my family haven't spoken to me. I still have no connection with them, but I love them deeply more than ever. And one day I hope to have a relationship with them again. Being a human being, I make mistakes all the time. And I love that God forgives me. Every day there are new mercies. I'm now married to a beautiful wife who God has blessed me with, and I still have an amazing relationship with my son Isaac.